in the first three quarters and then the way they were able to come back in the fourth and overtime. Are you more confident in the Knicks title chances or less? Stephen A., more confident or less after last night?
In the Knicks?
Yes.
To get to the finals or to win it all?
Let's just say get to the finals.
Well, they're going to get to the finals, so say win it all.
Win it all.
They're getting to the finals.
Okay,
they're not. They're going. The New York Knicks, Madison Square Garden is going to host a couple of NBA Finals games next month, without question. Knicks going to the finals.
Win it all. Yes.
We got to pump the brakes. We got to pump the brakes. OKC and San Antonio just appear to be next level. Is it impossible for the New York Knicks to beat either one of those teams? No, but it's highly unlikely. You almost need pretty much close to perfection from the New York Knicks for them to have a chance to beat either of those teams in the Western Conference. I'm not a Dallas Cowboy fan. I'm not delusional. You understand? I make sense. All right. I'm not delusional at all. I'm gonna hold on to the fact that the New York Knicks, what I said at the beginning of the year, they're going to the NBA Finals. I firmly believe that. But winning it over OKC or Wembanyama and San Antonio, that's a tall, tall order. But I reserve the right to address that once the finals are here.
And Steve, to be fair, you have bounced around with the Knicks all year long. Be fair.
You bounced around.
Oh, no,
you bounced
nonsense.
around. What about you?
Detroit beat him in January, and you thought the Knicks are dead, for crying out loud. You were hot. You moved the goalposts. Move the goalposts.
Hey, listen. I give credit where credit is due. Mike Brown changed my mind because he put the ball in Karl Anthony Towns' hands and allowed him to be a facilitator and took Brunson off the ball. Certainly that wasn't the case last night. But they changed stuff up, and what they've done offensively, plus the utilization of his bench. Knicks players don't look nearly as tired as they did last year under Tom Thibodeau. I think the combination of those two things are things I didn't see when they went up against Detroit. So I'm happy about it. And by the way, I would have picked them to beat Detroit. I would have picked them to beat Detroit in this series too.
I would have as well. He did love Detroit. You know, we were sitting here every Wednesday. He loved it.
I did.
I think, listen, this is the kind of win that makes you start to believe a little bit. I mean, they've been playing really well.
They've
been playing really well, but the Knicks had laid an egg and not had won the game, and Cleveland won, and the Knicks lose by 15. It's like, geez, here we go again. But the fact that they got off the deck and won this crazy game miraculously, first game, in the history of the NBA, somebody was 22 down in 7 minutes to go. To do that, they're flying at home. They got a lot of belief right now. Listen, they played San Antonio pretty well in the regular season. They won 2 out of 3. And the game they lost by 2. So maybe, I'm not saying they're going to win the final, but I think they will be more competitive than I thought they would be prior to what we've seen with the Knicks in the last, say, 3-4 weeks, since that Atlanta game 3, or game 4, when they were down 2-1. The Knicks are dangerous. They can score. They can play pretty good defense. They've played 10 guys last night. Brunson will make a big shot. and Obi didn't do anything, and they still won the game. This is a dangerous team. I don't think they win the NBA championship, but I now think that final will be very, very competitive, and I wouldn't have said that a long time ago.
Wendy, you weren't here last hour, but everyone thinks now the series is a wrap. Where are you? Where are you with this whole thing?
No, of course not. We never overreact to game one of a series.
Okay.
Come on, we know this. But yes, I am more confident in the Knicks' title chances. You know, when you talk about 1994, people of a certain age, you say 1994 and they get this look in their eye. The players still sit courtside at every game. Mm-hmm. Starks, by the way, is coming on the court last night. Starks and Marbury are aiding the Knicks on defense last night. They're on the court. Get them off the court. All right, it's another thing. Put that in your little thing here.
Yes,
your little thing.
This is the fourth time in the Jalen Brunson era that the Knicks have come back from 20 down to win a playoff game.
Wow, really? Fourth time?
You remember last year those two games?
Oh, the Celtics. Right.
So this is one of the things you think about a team that's special. Obviously, when the Knicks play great and everything goes well, they can win. They're 2 of 19 on threes through like 2.5 quarters of this game. That's a loss, right? But this is, what we're seeing right now. In 20 years, people are going to be remembering this team. Jalen Brunson will be sitting courtside in the seats that Patrick Ewing is in. And people will remember 2026 because of how special this team is. And I think we can agree that this is a special team. This is a team that's had quite a ride during this regular season, but you watch how they're coming together. This last month, there's something special going on. They will be the underdogs. If they win 3 more games here, they will be the underdogs, absolutely. But this team is special. And the other thing I liked about it, maybe they wouldn't have come from the down, but nobody in the building left because they've seen the team come back. Nobody on the Knicks ever looked like they quit at all. You could argue that the Cavs quit on the game. It was the Knicks who didn't quit. So when you ask me, am I more confident? Yeah, I am. You know, I am not going to be in the business of underestimating this Knicks team.
Stephen A., you want to add?
No, that's what I'm point. That's my point, Wendy. That's why I'm telling you they're going to the finals. They're going to the finals. I know that you don't want to, you consider such statements hyperbolic because you've been around long enough and you've seen game 1. But I would say this to you, Wendy. You know what? This year, teams that were up 20 points in the fourth quarter or more, all right, and ended up, you know, what was their record? One, you know, in terms of people who lost the lead, 1-521. It doesn't happen. This is only the second time it happened all season long. That's number one. Number two, you know, when you look at what you're saying about the New York Knicks, it's not about Cleveland losing a game 1. It's the demoralization that kicks in when you know that, I mean, when Jalen Brunson goes out there and he busts your ass like that, that's a problem. When we looked at, listen, Shay, just so y'all know, because Shay will love this because she loves Chicago, all things Chicago, Chi-Town. Okay, we get it. You know, when Dave Checketts was running, Doggy, you would appreciate this. When Dave Checketts was running Madison Square Garden and you had Ernie Grunfeld as your general manager, cats like Ed Tapscott and my brother and a whole bunch of other people, right? One of the things that we loved and appreciated about them is that they lied really, really good. What I mean by that is they really had us believing they're gonna knock off Michael Jordan. They're gonna knock off Michael Jordan. And I remember, you know, when they had Jordan down 2-0 in '93 and stuff like that, like we gonna get him. We got him now. And then these damn people started talking about Michael Jordan gambling in Atlantic City and I'm sitting there like, no, and I'm screaming, no, stop, because I knew.
54 again.
Listen, don't wake up, Superman. Don't do it. You understand? And they nudged and they irritated him, and then he didn't want to talk to the media and all this other stuff. And I knew the people who were going to suffer most was going to be the Knicks. And he was going to take it all out on them. And sure enough, he did. There's this aura, this belief, like, yo, it's just that dude right there. That's what Brunson did to Harden and the Cavaliers last night. He just said, he just let them know, I'm here. And there's nothing that you all can do about it. I'm here. And I'm going to take y'all out. He took their heart. Now, all of this is null and void if they lose game 2. I understand that. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think that was a devastating loss last night by the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I think it's the kind of loss in the postseason you simply do not recover from.
Probably.
That's what I think happened last night.
Probably. I will just say something about the Cavs. The Cavs are 8-7 in the playoffs. They've had some disappointments. Mm-hmm. They had a game in Toronto where RJ Barrett bounced around and went in. They bounced back from that. They get down 2-0 to the Pistons. They bounce back from that. They have a chance to win the series last Friday at home, lay an absolute egg. They bounce back from that. So I agree with you, Stephen A., but I will just say, don't quite say that this one.
Well, Wendy,
the Cavs could bounce back tomorrow night.
Let me ask you this, Wendy. We've seen Cade drop damn near 40 against them. We saw Banchero do his thing. He had 38 in a loss or whatever. The manner in which you saw Jalen Brunson giving it to them last night, did you see that? Did you see that in these playoffs against the Cleveland Cavaliers?
I saw it